Hey guys! So I am going to be starting a kind of different series, I guess you could say. I've been a little MIA for a while, and I just want to thank those of you that were on Blog TV today to kind of help me inspire me to do these kind of videos. They're not a video that's easy, and it's not something that's always easy to talk about. I'm going to try to keep them short and sweet and just share with you my side of the journey of cancer. I don't have cancer, so it's going to be from the side of a family member or a close friend. So, basically, I don't really know. There's no structure. I have no structure with this right now. I'm going to make these videos, and I just want it to be a place where we can support one another and be there for one another and help each other through these hard times, because we all have really, really hard things going on in our lives. I think we forget that everyone is fighting a battle. And I think oftentimes it's hard to remember that every person that we meet in our daily lives is fighting a battle. So I just want to share with you guys my battle right now, and I want you guys to share yours. If you're dealing with something the same as me, or if you're dealing with something different, share it. This is a safe place. Make video responses, make comments, anything, that's going to help you get through, because for me, using my words, I know that sounds cheesy, use your words, but for me, using my words and rambling, I guess you could say, has been really therapeutic for me, and I feel like there's other people who are feeling this exact same way. So I want it to be a place where we can kind of come together and let's do something positive. So like I said, I'm going to try and keep this short and brief. This is probably going to be the longest video of the series, and I'm thinking about making a two-part series right now. First, about what initially happened to what has been the journey so far. So about a month ago, my mom was having some heart problems and I can't think of the word. Heart problems, fainting and dizziness and stuff like that. And she's like, well, this isn't normal. What's going on? So she went to the doctors. After a while, she was starting to get concerned. So she went to the doctors, and they did a whole bunch of blood work, and they did a whole bunch of, they put her on a heart monitor and stuff like that, and, they weren't able to find anything wrong with her. I had to minimize the camera because I kept looking at myself, and it was really distracting. So they had her on these monitors and stuff, and they weren't able to find anything through the blood work or the heart monitor. Nothing was irregular, nothing was weird. So they're like, we don't know what it is, so we need to do some more testing. So they scheduled an appointment for her. They canceled the first one, then they set her up with another one, and what they did was they I guess you could say a tube in both ends. They put one down her throat and then into her as well from the bottom. I don't know how to properly say that. Whatever. And for those of you who don't know me, I often throw humor, or I try to deal with things in a humorous manner, so I'm sorry if it's offending anyone. So they did the tubes with the cameras and everything and took pictures and whatnot, and in her, so she did that, and when she was there, they found, this was last Thursday that they did that. They found, she had ulcers in her esophagus, and they found a tumor, as well as they removed some polyps when they were in there as well at that time. So at that time, it was a malignant tumor, so we knew that it was cancerous right then at that point, but they scheduled her for an emergency doctor's appointment the following day to go back in and do more testing, see where everything is. Well, I spent all day at work worrying about this doctor's appointment. I knew what malignant meant. I knew that it was cancerous. So I spent all day, 8 hours at work, worrying sick about this going on, and I get a call while I'm at work, or not while I'm at work. I leave work early because I'm a complete disaster. I need to be there for my mom. I'm freaking out, blah, 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 blah. And I talked to my mom, and she's like, well, how'd the doctor's appointment go? And she was like, it's spread. And the tone in her voice of which she said that is one that gave me chills just now as I said it back. It's spread. I have cancer. When you hear those words, you tune out. I was gone. I barely remember what happened next in that conversation. I was pacing. I have a hallway over there from my bedroom to the bathroom. I was pacing from the bathroom to my bedroom. because I heard the word cancer. And what do you think when you think cancer? You want to know what I thought? I'll be honest. I thought death. I was like, my mom's going to die. First thing I thought. Couldn't help it. Didn't want to think that, but that's what I thought. And she saw that it spread to her lymph nodes. So, you got this cancer cloud, cancer bubble, cancer consuming thoughts in your mind. And for me, I don't have the greatest relationship. Here's a little backstory. So, rewind in life. Okay, I don't have the greatest relationship with my mother. She, with her, I have 2 brothers are there, and then my stepdad. My brother's from a different man. My mom was pregnant when she was 16, had him when she was 17. Then she married my dad, had me. They got divorced. My mom remarried to Ronnie. They had Mitchell. Okay, so there's me, Steven, and Mitchell. And I grew up with my dad and my stepmom, and then my brother and my sister, my brother David and my sister Caitlin. And I grew up with them and, you know, had a really great life with them, had my mom on the side. We weren't close, needless to say. Her and my stepdad are both alcoholics. And, I mean, that's tough when you come from a family of a really strong family, really strong religious background, all that stuff, and then you have this complete polar opposite. It's confusing as a child. You obviously are going to gravitate more towards that good. And I did that. So I didn't have this great relationship. All the things that I had, my mom was never there, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Not important. But when you have this past and you add that on top of it, it's confusing as hell. So, I'm like, all night I'm thinking, I'm a horrible daughter. I don't have this relationship with my mom. She's going through this. What the hell am I going to do? What if I lose my mom? You know, like all these thoughts are running through my mind. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? I'm sorry for my language, but that's just where it was at. Like, what's going to happen? What are we going to do? How are we going to pull through this? We're not a strong family like right now. So that's kind of where we were at that point. That was the initial night of when I found out about everything. So I'm sorry that there's going to be multiple videos, but I want to break them up kind of in sections and how I've been dealing with things. So first day, complete disaster, complete mess. I think I looked like bogus throughout that because I just looked at the camera. Whatever. It's not important. It's not about my hair. So, again, I'm sorry if my humor and the way that I deal with things offends anyone. It's not that I don't care. It's just how I deal. For me, it's easiest that way, I guess. So I go that night to my dad and my mom's house, my stepmom, and I try to hold it together because I don't want to offend my dad and my stepmom. I know that this sounds crazy and stupid, but I don't want to offend them by being sad about my mom. That makes no sense when I say it out loud because I feel like I'm betraying my dad and my stepmom by feeling so hurt about my mom. Are you guys picking up what I'm laying down with that? I'm not sure. So I was trying to hold it together all night, and I couldn't keep it together. I had to remove myself from the living room to go take a shower to cry. Because why us? Why? I don't understand. Why did God give this to us? Why? We aren't a close family. We have alcoholics. We're not close. There's fighting. Now you're going to give this to us? Like, I don't understand. Like, why do you need to give this to us as well? Like, we're breaking. I'm breaking. Like, I can't deal with it. So, I just removed myself from the situation for the rest of that night, and I just went to bed. So, that was the first night I remember. It was a lot of why. Why? Why me? Why me? Why us? Why her? Like, so, if you've been through these similar things, I want to keep this under 10 minutes here, this first one. If you've been through these similar things, you've kind of felt these feelings, please share them. Please don't hesitate to be like, hey, I got this going on in my life. It doesn't have to be cancer related, even if it's, you know, you had a bad test, whatever. I just want it to be a place where throughout this, we can all be together. So I'm going to make a series of videos of just kind of how I'm feeling about things. So I hope that whatever you're going through, that maybe this will help you. Share your story. Share what you have going on, because we need to help the world remember that every single person that we come in contact with, they have a story. They have a battle. we need to respect that. So I thank you guys. If you've made it this 10 minutes, thank you for listening. Bye.